Bailey, and I'm with Reba today. Today I've had Reba for 1 whole year, and we're very excited about that, aren't we? If you're one of those people that like to change as the new year comes in, as everyone should, because you should never want to be the same as you were last year. But anyways, if you're one of those people that likes to grow and be new every year, get a horse. Just get a horse. Yeah. If you're not ready to get a horse, then take some lessons on a horse or lease a horse. Just be with a horse. Because if there's one thing that will take you from one person to a whole nother person, it's a horse. And it's always gonna be in a good way. There's nothing that will give you more character building than going out to the barn in 28-degree weather just so you can love on your 2,000-pound toddler. And for me, being in a walker, it's pretty funny because she knows I'm in a walker. They're very smart. She knows I can't get around some places. And horses are kind of jerks sometimes. And she just doesn't want to be caught sometimes. Or else she just really loves to play the games with me, because she will look at me and stare at me and wait for me to come try again. But this morning when I went out to grab her, she let me come right up to her and pet on her and love on her. But as soon as I brought out the halter and the lead rope, she just turned around and walked swiftly in the other direction. So I chased after her, and where'd she go? In the mud! And the ground isn't completely frozen at the moment, so I could barely get through there. So I'm struggling to make it up to her. And I get right up on her, and I'm touching and loving on her. Then I bring her halter out, and she turns and goes deeper into the mud. I'm talking about you. They know. I only have her now because I brought her with food, and she came to the barn just like a solid citizen, but seriously, if you want to change your entire life before this new year, mess with a horse. Try and make it your friend. Try and make them your best friend. It'll teach you some things. Since it's our 1-year anniversary together, I carved her an apple in the shape of a heart. Do you want the apple? Do you want the apple? Oh, you want it so bad. Here, baby, have the apple. Yeah, very yummy. She's looking for more apples now. I don't have any more. I want to tell you about the person that I used to be before I met her. I used to be a very scared person. I didn't think I had any control over my life at all. I was the prisoner of my own mind, and I hid it very well. I was always a happy person, but I was very, very lost and broken inside. Big yawn. The story of how I got her. I've told this story about 100 times, and I'll probably never stop. It's my favorite story now. Lots of yawns. A year ago, no, not a year ago. A year and 2-ish months ago. So last year, but the year before last year's October, my therapy, my therapy program that let me ride horses to gain my confidence and everything. They were having a fundraiser at this park in Murfreesboro. And at the time, I was going to meet a friend there, and we were going to leave early and go see a movie. But that did not happen because he did not show up. And when that happened, again, that was like the third time that year that had happened. So when that happened at the park there, I was like, well, I'm pretty mad at men right now. I'm pretty sad. I think I'll go look at a horse. I had been wanting to look for a horse for a while because in my previous relationship, I had access to a horse, and I loved her very much. And when I no longer had access to her, it broke my heart pretty much, and I was really sad about that. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna buy a horse, I need to find a smaller horse probably. So it's easier to manage and everything. That was the plan anyways. But a few days before the fundraiser, I had seen an ad on Facebook for this wonderful, beautiful black horse who was an absolute giant. Not my size whatsoever. But I was at the park and I was pretty sad and pretty heartbroken, and I was like, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna go see this horse. I wasn't expecting much because, like I said, she wasn't the size I needed really. But as soon as I got there, I knew she was the one for me. We instantly fell in love. This is the picture of when we first met. Hey, I'm back home now. Glad you got to see my horse. I'm also glad I got to see her. I love her so much. She has been the light of this year. She has taught me so many things, and she's still teaching me so many things, and I've taught her so many things. Still teaching her things. When she first got to the barn, she was very buddy sour. And for you non-horse people, that means she really wanted to be with her buddies all the time. And it didn't matter if I was with her or not. She wanted to be with her field mates. And that was tough, because if she was not with her friends, after a while she would start freaking out a little bit and throw in a fit. But it's just part of it. You deal with it, and you let them scream it out of their system, and eventually they calm down. Another thing I taught her is she was extremely nervous being out in the arena at first, because I don't know how much she'd been in an arena, and it didn't have any fences. So she was very nervous. She would want to follow everything that was out there. So if there was a dog out there, she would follow the dog. And if there were other horses, forget it. I was in no control. She would follow the other horse. She doesn't do that anymore, though. We fixed that. And she still wants to run back to the barn very quickly when she's in the arena, but we're working on that. She is so much better than she used to be. It used to be so bad, but it's getting better. She used to not let me pick up her feet. I think it's 'cause she thought she would hurt me. But after a little while, we built up the trust and everything. She let me pick up her feet. Let's see. There for a long time, she was obviously testing me pretty hard. She knew that she was much bigger than me and much more capable. So she tried to boss me around a lot. And soon she discovered, no, that's not gonna work. No. When you're dealing with horses, you have to be the boss. You have to be their leader, or else they will be the boss and they will be their own leader. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be mean to them. It just means you have to make them feel safe, and you have to understand their language as far as body language and stuff. And you just have to not take any of their crap. How prey animals work is they continuously have to test your authority, like over and over and over again, because that's just what they do in order to feel safe. In the wild, everything is trying to eat a horse. So a horse is always looking for danger. And if you're trying to tell them, hey, you're safe with me, listen to me, they're gonna have to test you on that. See if you can really stand by your word. As far as it goes as the things she's taught me lots of things. I mean, she taught me how to be more confident in myself and my abilities, because turns out I can do a lot of things. I can do a lot of things. I was already super patient, but she has taught me another level of patience, for real. Like, there's nothing like trying to get a horse to lead out of the pasture and they're just frozen, just standing there, and you're trying for like half an hour trying to get them out, but they just won't move. Some patience. Another thing she taught me is that I have to be a little more stern. Christine, the person that I bored Reba with, she told me that horses are not butterflies. And that's a good thing to think about because they are much bigger than you and they are much stronger than you. And we are both tiny people, but man, she gets after the horses. She gets after them. I think they're all like leery of her, but they all love her. Just they wouldn't mess with her, I don't think. And I'm still trying to learn more of that, but I do think I'm learning. I'm just too soft of a person, I guess. And I can't always be that way. I've always been good at problem solving, but that's another thing she has made me learn even more. When she won't walk out of the pasture and she's just frozen, I problem solved that and I figured out they don't want to be pulled on from the front. If you just walk to their side and start leading them the other way and then turn back around the way you're trying to go, that works. They'll go then. I don't know why. I think it's a prey thing. Another thing she's made me problem solve is I knew that it would be pretty dangerous for me to get on the horse myself, because if you've seen a regular mounting block, they're basically just a set of stairs. They don't have rails or anything like that. So what I did was I went on Walmart online and I bought a set of RV stairs or hot tub stairs. I guess they're used for both. But basically they're just stairs with handrails. So, and there's no bar on the top where you would get on. So they're perfect for mounting my horse. I also had to problem solve not letting her run away when I'm trying to mount her, because it's open in front of her. And I'm still working on that, but so far I've got it to where I can put my walker in front of her and then just back her out and then use the stairs to dismount. But I'm sure I'll figure out other things. Well, I believe that's all I had to say. Of course, if you have any questions, please ask. I love talking, obviously. I will answer your question. Yeah, so do your body some good. Play with a horse. Or, just buy one, 'cause horses are amazing. So amazing. Anywho, I hope y'all are having a great New Year's. See you later. Bye. Oh, one last thing before I go. I'm trying this new thing where I design things through Printify. And I put them on Etsy and all this. And I think my designs are really cute. I'll put a few of them out there, and I'll put a link in the description so you can go find that. Anyways, have a good day.